Welcome back to Indiana Insiders. Republican Mike Braun is our guest this morning. Let's get back to a television commercial that was not so well received early in this campaign. You ran a commercial last February, I think it was, regarding the deaths of Edwin Jackson of the Indianapolis Colts and Uber driver Jeff Monroe, both struck and killed by a suspected drunk driver, Manuel Orrego Zavala, an illegal immigrant who was deported twice. Clearly that was the point you wanted to make with the campaign, but never asked permission to use the picture that was in the commercial, which angered the family of Jeff Monroe, who saw this tragedy as a drunk driving incident, and they were offended that you had used the story to score political points. Here's how Deb Monroe put it.
I would tell them absolutely no. Don't put my husband's name in there.
Because?
It's not an immigration issue. It's a drunk driving issue. And now this jerk is using his name to try to win votes. It's just disgusting, and it's heartbreaking.
You have to understand her anger there in that piece, but explain your point on this. Why was that used, and do you regret it now?
Never any intention to, hurt the widow of Jeffrey Monroe. In fact, we thought when we did it that the issue would want to be highlighted when you've lost a loved one. And all I can say is that that was never the intention, but when it comes to the issue, immigration and doing something about it, among Hoosiers is considered actually above jobs in the economy. That's how important it is. And, we discussed it earlier about what is the solution. We did it because Hoosiers want something done, and never was there an intention to ruffle the feathers of someone that, viewed it differently. And I think that, we made our point and moved on to other issues. And like I say, that it was such a significant issue, I think you needed to come out and say something about it.
You've taken some hits also about lawsuits regarding failure to pay minimum wage and overtime in your companies. How do you respond to that?
I would say that anything, when you've done what we've done, and that's grown from 15 employees to 850 and do business in 39 states, I would put our record up against any company our size and say that we contend with less of that than most companies, because we, 3 of my 4 kids work in the business, and you're not successful in a business if you're not doing things the right way. We've never had a layoff in 37 years. We pay the highest starting wage in our county, and we're the lowest unemployment county in the state. Very few people leave our company, and it's a great place to work. When you do business in as many states, you're going to run into folks that you can't please everyone. And all I can tell you is that all businesses contend with that, especially if they've got a broad footprint. And again, I'd put our record up over the span of 37 years with any company and would say it would be at the very low end of the scale when it comes to incidents like this.
We've had some questions that have submitted, which are fantastic, from viewers. Like Ruth Short asks, how do you decide to switch from being a Democrat and supporting their platform to becoming a Republican supporting Trump? No generic answer, please. Very specific answers.
Great, because it is a specific answer. If you've been a lifelong conservative and Republican like I've been in one of the bluest counties in the state, but culturally and fiscally more conservative, I'm guessing, than any other county in the state. When we moved back to Jasper in '78, started building a business, if the only way you could weigh in on your local races would be to vote in a Democratic primary, just like Democrats do throughout the red section of Indiana. And never, of course, Todd Rokita then turns that into something where he's stretching the truth and lying. Never voted for Obama or Clinton, never voted for state or national candidates. My wife and I pulled the Democratic ballot to weigh in on local elections, and proud that I'm only the 2nd Republican elected as a state legislator in the history of the county, and we swept every race as Republicans in 2016.
We're down to just seconds. I want to get this question in. Can you, if elected, represent all Indiana?
I can, because for people that really know me, I'm approachable, I can get things done, and that's not by being bullheaded and always having it your way. You've got to find ways to, reach across. And I've done that in 37 years of building a business, and I had a reputation for that in our State House, and I can take it to D.C. and do the same thing.
Mike, thank you. Thank you for joining us this morning, and best of luck to you. Thank you for watching. We've certainly enjoyed having you here. Be sure to be with us next Sunday when we'll have Congressman Luke Messer sitting next to me on Indiana Insiders. Have a great Sunday.